How's it going, everyone? My name is Michael SK, and welcome back to Higurashi When They Cry. So, we're pretty much exactly where we left off. We finished up another chapter or section. We found out that Tomitake, I think that's his name. I'm really bad with names. He is no longer with us. He has been killed. I would like to say that he was murdered, but it's really hard to say with the details we were given because he kind of did things to his own throat, which I guess you can kind of rule it as a suicide, but he wasn't acting right. He was acting a little wacky. So that's going on. And before we can really continue on with whatever the fuck is happening, we gotta view some tips. We did not get to do that in the last episode. We were already pretty much over our allotted time. There are more than 4 perpetrators and search notice. We'll start with this one. Come on now. There we go. Oh, well, here we go. I guess we're gonna hear about it.
爪の間に皮膚片が残っておった。間違いなく本人のものじゃわい。傷の形も一致する。
直接死因が自殺ってのは分かってますよ。
分かっとるわい。人為的にこういう症状が起こせんかと言っとるんだろ。
Oh yeah, 100%.
背中が痒くてかきすぎて血が出ちゃうのとはちょっとわけが違いますからね。
That's an interesting connection to make. Some of Tomitake's fingernails had been pulled out. Fingernails actually ripped off surprisingly easily, but it really hurts. Under normal circumstances, the pain would prevent you from completely pulling them out. Also, there were a lot of bruises on Tomitake's body, and it's clear from the shape of them that he was assaulted first by someone or a group of people.
分泌物から見て、仏は極度の興奮状態にあったのは間違いないの。
では乱闘になって興奮のあまり自分の喉を引っかき出したってことですか。襲った連中さぞや度肝を抜かれたでしょうな。
It is possible that, in such an abnormal environment, a person could perform acts that a sane individual couldn't possibly imagine. Of course, those are very rare cases.
実はな、大石。仏が武器にしたらしい角材な。砂粒とかガードレールの塗装片とか、そんなのしか出んかったぞい。
What?
星の服の繊維とか皮膚片とかは
出んかった。仏は犯人を殴っとらん。あるいは殴った角材を星が持ち去ったのかもしれんの。
ならわざわざ角材なんて置いていきませんよ。全部持ってっちゃいます。
それもそうじゃの。
Har har, I say, while talking about a murder case.
富武氏は結構体格もいいし肌も焼けてるしスポーツマンですよね。
He did look it. Like, I'm pretty sure if he wanted to, Tomitake could kill a man.
そうだな。よく運動しとるようだの。
What a strange case. I can't imagine what kind of sports he did when he was alive, but I think his physical strength would be on the higher side, meaning he would be difficult to overpower in a brawl. If a man with such a physique sensed he was in danger and swung the plank around frantically, it's just unthinkable that it wouldn't even nick the perpetrator. And his opponent was unarmed. This guy had a wooden plank, so you'd think he'd hit them at least once.
こんだけ体格のいい相手を取り囲んで襲おうとしたら何人くらいいりますかね。
More than 4?
アホ。それは大石の方が得意だろうが。アクタレ時代を思い出さんかい。
If I was to take down this guy, how many would I need? When a group wants to take down big prey, it's fundamental to attack with numbers. I'd guess about 4. Even if there was a gap in their strength, they'd manage.
だとすると、結構犯人は大人数だの。祭りで泥酔した4人以上のグループが怪しいとなるかの。
A group of 4 or more. Just, if they had that many, then couldn't they have hidden the body in a less obvious location? Or did he somehow break away from that fatal predicament? Then there would be no reason to commit suicide. Moreover, I still can't comprehend the irregular way he died. It's full of mysteries.
こっちもそこは重視しとる。徹底的に調べるつもりだが、あまり期待できんな。何しろ、過去にこんな例はないんだからな。
期待はしませんよ。ですが結果を楽しみにしてます。
おいさん、課長が呼んでるっす。
Who is this?
すみません。ではまた来年お会いしましょう。
おお、いいお年をの。
Well, mysteries like this are what, continues to pull my rope. Search notice. My interest grows, I guess you could say. Jairo Tomatake deceased. I don't know if that's actually how you pronounce his name, but whatever. Resided in a cheap hotel in Shishibone City. Registered under the name Jiro Tomatake. Pen name. Travels via folding bike. No license. The bicycle was found 300 meters away, abandoned at the site of a forest path. Present on the day of the festival, accompanied by the missing Mio Takano. Was seen around 9 p.m. by police, location afterwards unknown. Held residence in Hinamizawa for 1 week each season for the last 5 to 6 years. Freelance photographer specializing in wild birds. Check with magazine companies. Nothing suspicious in the film located among the articles of the deceased. Wallet was among the articles of the deceased. Mere act of violence? From the contents of his wallet, he spent most of his time around Tokyo and Shiba, along the Sobu National Railway line, excuse me. No individual matching the name Jiro, whatever, Tomatake in the residency records of any of the Tokyo wards. It bothers me that I can never pronounce something properly in Japanese. Compare teeth to dental records. Send to Metro Police. Attach a photo. Send to Metro Police. Contact magazines regarding Jiro Tomatake. Mio Takano missing. Nurse at Irai Clinic. Again, not sure how to pronounce that, but at a clinic regardless. Became close to Tomatake through her passion for wild bird photography. Resides in Okonomiya something district something. Single. Ooh. Witnessed accompanying Tomatake on the festival grounds, currently missing. Abducted? Or maybe a suspect. An important person of interest. Had no motive to kill the deceased. Squabble from jealousy. Need to thoroughly investigate their relationship. Place of work, etc. Excuse me. Need to get information from the police on scene again. I want some cream puffs. 4 jumbo ones. God damn it. Incredible note-taking. I really could learn from all that, I feel. Truly inspirational. But damn, truly a mysterious thing going on here, I swear. Sleepy. Yep. I'm usually awake once it's time to eat, but doesn't look like I can do that today.
ゆうべ遅くまでテレビ見てたら眠くて
ケイちゃんが喜びそうな番組なんかやってたっけ？不
潔千番でございますわ。
Ah, come on, that's not available on
ちょっと待
cable.
て、勝手に想像して決めつけるんじゃね
男の子なら当然です。恥ずかしくないですよ。
Rika not patting my head only made me feel worse.
え。ちょっとこの昼休みは爆睡させてくれ。いや本当マジで。
あら、私が黙って見過ごすとお思いで。
邪魔したら怒る。すごい怒る。
Yeah, I feel that, man. I really do. This was just dreadful. Just so sleepy. I slumped my head onto the desk and drifted off into an afternoon nap. It seemed that Sadako had responded, but I pretended not to hear.
さとこちゃんやめなよ。ケイチくん寝ちゃった。 寝顔かい。
後でお持ち帰りしていいから、そっとしときな。
向こうへ移動しましょうです。ケイチにうるさいと悪いですよ。
Damn, I'm actually really happy that they're understanding here. Rika-chan really is a good girl.
先生が来ても起こさないであげましょうです。
Okay, never mind. I take that back. The excuse that I didn't sleep much last night because I was watching TV was a lie. Well, I knew that. Completely off topic though, I would love to live in a small village like this, kind of just like away from everything, but still like have internet, TV, and all that. So like modern stuff, but man, probably living in a place like this in modern time, so like today, the internet would probably suck, the service would probably suck, probably wouldn't get really good reception for TV. I don't know, I just love to live in a place like this. You know, minus the creepiness and curses and all that. I was in bed at the usual time, but because of the conversation with Ushi-san that afternoon, I didn't get much sleep. Just spending the day like this, it's almost as if the incident with Tomitake-san didn't happen at all. It made me think, was Ushi-san just trying to deceive me? But it was probably the truth. One thing was certain, I couldn't speak to anyone about it. He wanted my assistance, but I really didn't know anything about it. If I knew I wasn't going to be any help, I probably wouldn't have listened in the first place. It ended up with me again, regretting learning something I didn't want to know. If I had never learned about it, I would without a doubt be goofing off with the rest of them right now. I couldn't help but resent Uoshi-san for this.
それっていつから？
Uh-oh.
もう次の日にはいなかったって。
Uh-oh. There's the spooky music.
綿流しの晩に失踪したらしいよ。
Mion whispered to keep others from listening, but I could hear it clearly. On the other hand, Rena's voice was even harder to pick up. But I could still tell that she was quite upset. It couldn't be. Are they talking about Tomitake-san?
さん、けなの？
わかんない。私の知る限りではね。
I'd have to feign ignorance about this topic because I needed to keep it a secret. Rather than waking up and being forced to lie to join the conversation, it was much easier to just sit here and pretend I was asleep to listen in on their discussion. Wait, why did I have to pretend to be asleep while eavesdropping on my friend's conversation? The guilt stung.
で、他にもいるんでしょ？か。
彼女がたたりにあったのか、鬼隠しにあったのかはわかんないけどね。
Onikakashu. Yeah, that's the name of the chapter right there, I think. Onikakashu. To be hidden away by a demon. Isn't this chapter 1 Onikakashu? Or is this another one? I can't remember. I'm getting my long Japanese titles mixed up. What a mysterious phrase. I did, however, get the feeling it meant nothing good.
いや、何せよ。もう一人いるんだよね。
I mean, it's in my description. I should really know the name of it.
お社様なら、ね。
でも、今年は、出ないよ。
バッチャと村長さんが話してたんだけどさ、今年は、事前に警察と話がつけてあるらしいんだよ。何が起こっても、騒ぎにしないで穏便に片付けるって。
Yeah, that's doing a lot of good work here.
じゃあ、レナたちが知らないだけで、どこかで誰かが、かもしれないってこと？
They might be whispering, but we can hear them really clearly, which is very strange.
次は、レナかな。
安心しなよ。レナはちゃんと帰ってきたよ。
でも、ダメだったんでしょ？
昔の話だよ。もうやめよ、この話。
Amidst the uncomfortable mood, both of them went silent. The entirety of the conversation was still a bit unclear, but a few parts caught my attention. First of all, the term Onikakashu, to be demoned away. By the context it was used in, I would guess it's similar to being spirited away. Ah, that's a good movie. I suspected that was what it meant because Tomitake-san and that woman, it really bugged me that I don't know her name, vanished after the Wanatagashi. I feel like I'm pronouncing that wrong. Somebody pointed that out that I was pronouncing it wrong. Maybe I'm trying to say it too quickly. Whatever. The next thing that stuck out was when Rena said, "There's another one, right?" Mion also said if it's Oyashiro-sama's, yeah, responding to something. If it's Oyashiro-sama's curse, sorry, and there had to be 2 victims. Is that what she meant? Come to think of it, I remember Mion saying at the beginning that they didn't know if it was from the curse or if it was a case of Onikakashu. It seemed that the curse and being demoned away are different things, and they were phenomena that were paired together. I recall Tomatake's terrible end. It wasn't something as elegant as disappearing. That horrendous end would be best described as cursed. And then the woman with him. It means she vanished because she was demoned away? What I do know is that there's normally an even number of victims of the curse proper. And the last point that bothered me was Rena. Rena was frightened. For what reason, I didn't know. However, she knew that something had made her a potential target for Oyashiro-sama's curse. If I recall correctly, Oyashiro-sama should be the guardian deity of Hinamizawa. Isn't a guardian deity supposed to defend the citizens and drive out invaders? If I recall correctly, yesterday Oishi-sama said that originally the targets were enemies of the village, but recently there was no longer any distinction between them or regular outsiders. But if that was the case, then I would think that I'd be more likely targeted, having moved here more recently than Rena. From her composure, I could infer that she was grimly certain that she would be next. I should probably relay what I heard just now to Ueshi-san, informing the police of what I heard by eavesdropping on my friends while pretending to be asleep. It made me feel terrible. It raised a few questions and left me with a bad taste in my mouth. Would it be better not to seek the answers to those questions? As I continued to learn more and more, I felt like I had fallen past the point of no return. I would definitely regret this one day. I would definitely regret ever having learned of these events. That's understandable. In the distance, I could hear the ring of the handbell signaling the start of afternoon classes. I couldn't sleep at all. I hastily opened my eyes and raised my head up. It was in that moment when I leaned against the back of my seat. There was a thumbtack stuck on the back of my chair with tape. Circumstantial evidence was enough. Guilty without trial. Capital punishment. I furiously jumped up from my seat, and I tripped as if my feet were tangled up. My shoelaces had been tied together. The teacher came in right as I was about to pull off my shoes and tackle Sadako. Clomp clomp, wish, whatever the hell that was. Not caring one bit, I made her eat a flick of the forehead. That is a weird sentence. Yeah, we can pick on people our own age. I saw Sadako stick her tongue out at me. That little brat. In any case, I apologized, even if it was a completely insincere tone of voice. Damn her, I'll remember this. I sat down after Mion told me to. She'd switched to class representative mode. Instead of, I'm going to kick ass during club activities mode. It's a very different mode, I would assume. With the boring classes finished, school was finally over for the day. Now then, what should we do for our club today? Personally, I would like to play that deduction game one more time. I was hardly able to play it last time because of Ueshi-san. Rena and I weren't able to test out our strategy.
そうだね。今日こそケイチ君と2人で大勝利だよね。でもどうでしょうね。同じゲームを続けて2日やった試しはありませんし。ミーにお願いしてみたらどうでしょうです。
Mion looked over her shoulder as we made eye contact. She slowly tapped her palm with her fist as her face suddenly lit up.
いっけね。今日おじさんの手伝いの日だ。悪いみんな、今日なし。
Ah, no club meeting today,
おじさ
huh?
んの手伝い？
Low-key was kind of hoping for it because with everything that's, creepily occurring, over the past couple days, it'd be nice to kind of get a little bit more, slice of life action
変わ
going
りもな
on.
く高校なやつだな。
悪い。ほんとすっかり忘れてた。じゃあごめんねみんな。今日はおじさんこれで帰るわ。
Mion left us with that and rushed off to the exit after snatching up her bag.
みーちゃんね、たまに街にあるおじさんのお店の手伝いに行くんだよ。
Ah, I thought she wasn't the type to get caught up in such bothersome stuff.
バイト代が出ると言ってましたですわ。
Ooh, okay, much more worth it.
結構なお小遣いになるらしいですの。
I see. She was able to pay for that mountain of games with what she saved up from there.
しかしそれはアルバイトというんじゃないのか？校則で禁止されてないか？
家事手伝いは除くと書いてありますです。
Is that what she's calling it? So what now? Pass on the club today?
じゃあ今日はこれで解散かな。
別に部長不在でもいいだろう。やろうぜ部活。
I opened the club locker and began searching for the deduction game from that ever-growing pile of games.
お、あった。昨日の推理ゲーム。ようやくコツが分かってきたところで中断しちゃったからな。
At the very least, I wanted to repay Sadako for what she did during the afternoon break.
私は構いませんけど、レナさんとリカはどういたします？ケイチ君がどうしてもって言うならちょっとだけいいかな。僕はみんなが揃っての方がいいなと思いますです。
When she says it like that, huh.
部活がないなら僕はお買い物に行きたかったのです。お醤油とかを買いに行きますですよ。あ、そうでしたわね。すっかり忘れてましたわ。ならレナも久しぶりに宝探しに行こうかな。
It's been a while? It honestly feels like it was just a few days ago, but then again, it's really hard to tell. What's this now? Everyone is no longer in the mood for club activities. If I kept on trying to push the matter, it may make them realize I had a trick up my sleeve. Ah well, I'll give up this time.
せえ、このゲーム楽しみにしていたのにな。
I shuffled through the cards as if I was still caught up on it.
またの機会に叩きのめして差し上げましたよ。
犯人はサトコ、凶器はピストル。やはり貴様の仕業だったか。
なんですって？じゃあ
Sadako looked through the cards on the desk and stuck out 3 of them at me.
犯人はケイチ。凶器はロープで犯行現場はラウンジですわ。
ロープなんかいらねえ。このまま締め殺してやら。
Hell yeah, beat her up. I mean, what? Well, I guess it's good that I got that out of my system.
ケイチさん、覚えてらっしゃい。いっぱいいっぱいいたぶられましたですね。かわいそうです。かいい。
Everyone got ready to go back home. I also helped gather up the scattered cards. I suddenly paused. They were just the suspect cards, but I noticed something strange. Rena, Sadako, Rika. Keiichi, Mion. Satoshi? What the fuck? Who the hell's that? Not all the cards were made by us. Or at least every card besides this one has the name of a club member. Does this mean that this Satoshi fellow is a member? Was there someone in the class named Satoshi? I cannot find anyone named Satoshi on the class roster stuck up on the wall.
Keiichi-kun, 早く片付けよう。
Being rushed by Rena, I finished up quickly. Sadako and Rika-chan had already headed merrily for their lockers, so we were the only ones left in the classroom. Right now, Rena had already gotten her bag and was ready to leave.
レナ、やっぱりこのクラスからも転校で出て行っちゃった生徒って結構いるんだろ？
I tried asking Rena in a bit of a roundabout way. Rena made a troubled face and then answered.
うん。ひなみざわって田舎でしょ？転校していっちゃう人も時々いるよ。
じゃあ、このサトシってやつも転校してったのか？
ごめん。よく知らないの。
There was a bit of a pause, but the answer was pretty much immediate.
その、意地悪で言ってるんじゃないの。ちょうど去年、レナが転校してきてから入れ替わりだったかな。
Oh yeah, that is
だ
right.
から、あんまりお話ししたことないの。
We might be asking the wrong person. Maybe Mion would probably know more.
ごめんね。
Yeah, alright. I am not sure, sorry. Her answer was a lot like when she refused to tell me about the murder at the dam. I was saddened by her denial and felt a little bit of anger. I'm their friend, aren't I? Friends don't keep secrets from their friends, do they? Though I do appreciate that they kept that unsettling curse from me. But if everyone is worried about it, I'd rather be worried with them. That's what it means to be friends, right? For a moment I wondered what kind of face I was making just then, with these mixed feelings of sadness and annoyance.
ケイチ君、怖い顔してる。なんで
Ah, that's what kind of face we're making.
だろう。なんでだろう。
It was probably exactly the kind of face Rena said it was. It appeared my grim expression had frightened her.
あ、ごめん。今日の部活楽しみにしてたからさ。残念だっただけだよ。
I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of looking forward to it as well. Instead, we got something else kind of creepy from it. Why is it that somebody else that I'm assuming was also in the club at some point, why is that being made out to be creepy? It's that damn little song that played when his name got brought up. I rustled Rena's hair.
入ろうぜ。
Dragging that awkward mood with us, we headed home. I don't know. I don't think that needed to be spooky, but they made it spooky, and I don't like that. I wonder why. Why have I been getting this dumb feeling lately? I didn't know anything. I had nothing to worry about. I was just enjoying my everyday life. My long outstretched shadow gave no answer to my naive inquiry.
ケイチ君、疲れてるのかな？
I mean, we were tired at lunch. Rena timidly questioned the reason behind my mood. I'm sure my expression made the situation even more unsettling.
そうか？
うん。今朝からケイチ君、なんだか元気ないよ。
Oh, there's a reason for that.
風邪かな？
Physically, I was pretty sure I was in perfect health. It may not seem like it, but I've had perfect attendance since elementary school. Rena continued on since I didn't give her an answer.
きっとケイチ君、引っ越しの疲れが今になってきたんだよ。
Can fatigue come from after a month of being here?
前に住んでたところとは全然違うところだもん。
I guess there could be like that feeling of finally settling in and not feeling like you're an outsider, but I'm starting to feel like we're a little bit of an outsider
いろいろ慣れたり覚えた
after
り。
recent events and
疲れ
learning
て当
everything.
然だよ。
そうなのかな？
うん。絶対にそうだよ。レナも最初そうだったから。わかるんだよ。だよ。
I wondered if Rena also experienced the slight bit of alienation last year that I was feeling right now. Thinking so, I felt that she was the only one who could understand how I felt.
レナがHinamizawaに転校してきた時の話が聞きたいな。どんなだった？
Feeling I had been drawn into the conversation, her face suddenly brightened.
ケイチ君と同じだよ。人の名前も村の中も全然わかんなかった。みーちゃんとかが親切にしてくれたから全然寂しくなかったけど、やっぱり心細かったよ。
Wait, hold on. Excuse me? All of her first acquaintances and surprises, worries and good times.
じゃあ、レナもサトコにやられたのかよ。
うん。椅子に座ろうとしたら画鋲が置いてあったの。どっさり。そしたらそれを懐かしいな。
ミオンの部活にはいつ頃誘われたんだ？
Okay, hold up. Was I just hold up, am I imagining things? She was using the third person there for a minute. Okay, so that's us saying that. Okay, that's first person. Wait, was that? Okay, wait. No. Maybe I'm just stupid. Rena told me all the details of when she just moved. Okay. Maybe I was thinking that she was saying things that I was supposed to say. Man, I am really losing it. I thought she was speaking in the third person. And I thought she was referring to somebody else. Oh, wait, right here. Rena was also like that at first, too. Yeah, see, I'm not totally losing it. It's just that line right here. Rena told me all the details of when she moved here. All of her first acquaintances and surprises, worries and good times. Okay, that's on me. That's probably just what I didn't read. Yeah, I'm losing my mind.
早速初日にか？
最初は部活なんてなかったんだよ。
Huh?
途中からできたの。放課後にみんなで残ってゲーム大会をやろうって言い出して。
そういえば、ミオン初代部長とか言ってたっけな。
But that doesn't add up.
納得。
There's another name in that thing.
内緒だけどね、みーちゃん最初は弱かったんだよ。全然勝てなかった。
ミオンが？ちょっと想像つかないぞ。
自分で言い出した罰ゲーム、ほとんど自分でやってたんだよ。本当に内緒だからね。
I can't believe Mion was like that. So she gradually transformed into a monster who used any means necessary to win during that time. Mion is at her best when she's fighting dirty.
みーちゃん以外ともちょっとずつお友達になれて、でも、ケイチくんが引っ越してきてからかな。ようやくここに馴染めたって自覚したのは。
Because she's not the new girl and all that. I guess Rena had also been left in the dark about Oyashiro-sama when she had just moved here, excuse me. I guess when they finally told me about Oyashiro-sama, I'd be considered one of them.
俺はいつになったら仲間だと認めてもらえるんだろうな。
なんて言ったの？
あ、いや、ごめん。独り言。
Yep, thinking out loud.
ケイチくん変なの。
Rena was poking fun and laughing at me, and I couldn't help but laugh as well. But I suddenly stopped. Then after making up my mind, I spoke.
なあ、レナ。
Oh no. It's quiet now. Are we gonna say something bad?
みんなは俺に嘘や隠し事なんかしてないよな。
Yo, we're just outright gonna ask.
してないよ、全然。
嘘だろ。
Wow. We're just really pushing the issue. Holy shit. Rena suddenly stopped. Her expression was cold and intense.
どういう意味だろう、ケイチくん。
And she was angry there for a second. I saw that. Her tone was still the same cheery and lighthearted one as before.
してるよな。俺に隠し事を。
I mean, it's obvious that they are. They have to be. After learning everything that we did about this village, and they just feigned ignorance, After understanding what I meant, her expression grew even more intense. Seeing that face, I regretted saying something so rash. But she came back at me in a way I didn't expect. Ah!
じゃあ
Jesus
さ
Christ.
圭一くん
Okay, well, that was, Hey, what's up?
圭一くんこそレナたちに嘘や隠し事をしてないかな。
Technically.
Eh?
Her tone didn't change, but it was the first time I'd seen this expression from Rena. Yeah, it's the first time that I, got scared of a person's eyes in this shit. Damn, I'm just staring at them and it's kind of hypnotizing. With how her gaze pierced through me, I couldn't believe this was the same Rena.
してないかな。
This is a little better.
嘘や隠し事してないかな。
You are. Secrets. She didn't actually say that part, but she looked as if she did. The incident with Tomitake-san and how I felt alienated from the group. Even without having to think about it, there were things I knew that I felt guilty about. But I didn't tell everyone about what happened with Tomitake-san, to be considerate. I was keeping it a secret just the same way they didn't tell me about Yashiro-sama. Then aren't we even...
してないよ。嘘も隠し事も。
嘘だよ。
Her answer was instant and it shook me. Rena stared as if burrowing through me, watching me like a hawk.
どうして嘘だって。
圭一くん、昨日の部活の時、先生に呼ばれて職員室に行ってたって言ったよね。レナは知ってるよ。圭一くんは職員室になんか行かなかった。
I swallowed hard. It clearly wasn't a bluff. She knew what happened.
先生はお客さんが来たって言ったんだよね。でも、昇降口ではお話ししてなかった。校門のところの車の中で話をしてたよね。知らないおじさんと。
Rena knew everything. She knew that I was called out by Ueshi-san, and that I heard about the incident with Tomitake-san as well. Did she know all of it? Did she know all of it? I don't know. I would be very surprised if she did.
誰？あのおじさん。
知らない人だよ。
知らない人がなんで圭一くんに用があるの？
俺が知りたいよ。
じゃあ何の話をしていたの？
みんなとは関係のない話だよ。
It was a lie. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, I gotcha. Okay, that was very loud and quite abrupt. Rena's scream echoed through the trees. Bro, it echoed through my fucking noggin and went all the way down to my wiener. Jesus Christ. Sending frightened birds into the air. Bro, it sent frightened fucking hormones up through my eyeballs. I couldn't exhale the deep breath I had just taken. No, it was like I wasn't allowed to exhale. It was here I first realized. The person in front of me, she wasn't Rena Ryugu. Then who was it who was standing before me now? Who had assumed Rena Ryugu's appearance? I had held my breath for so long, I could feel myself suffocating. Oh, okay.
ね？
And then she made a facial expression that Rena normally might have made. It didn't matter that it was Rena's usual smile. It chilled me to the bone. She drew closer to me. Can you get away? I felt her breath against my face. It wasn't the least bit exciting. Whoever this was with Rena's face was going to chew my nose right off, excuse me, I'm mixing words together. I cowered as I imagined that. Then she smirked as if she was able to see right through me.
圭一くんに内緒や隠し事があるように、レナたちにだってあるんだよ。
Ah. It was Rena's usual smile, but her eyes were still like that of a hawk's. Bringing her face close enough to mine to almost bump into my nose, she kindly persuaded me. Not loudly this time, am I right? I couldn't nod or shake my head. This person standing in front of me, this person who looked like Rena, frightened me to my core. I was terrified knowing that she could hear the sound of me swallowing nervously. After what felt like an eternity, after a long empty silence, she finally spoke. Hopefully quietly.
行こ
Oh, and normally. Perfect.
う。だいぶ涼しくなってきたよ。
It was Rena again. Smiling at me once more, she started walking as if nothing at all had happened. When I was released from her gaze, my legs gave out from under me and I slumped onto the ground. I wasn't able to lift a finger until Rena was out of sight.
あれは誰だったんだよ。
I felt cold. My body was drenched in sweat. I was finally able to form a coherent thought and ask myself once again, who was that person? Who looked like Rena Ryugu? Wow. Wow, okay. Alright. Let's uninstall this game. No. I wasn't really expecting that. That was interesting. It was very interesting. I don't know how else to describe it. I mean, we'll save it for this episode. I think we're definitely out of time. We really went over again. So, a few thoughts. That was very creepy and a little scary. Nothing scary in like the, oh shit, you know, this game is going to make me, you know, shit myself now as we continue on sort of scary. It's just that, man, you really just could not have expected that. And I think that's where this game is going to like really hit hard here as we start to transition into like the plot. I'll call it the spooky shit, the plot. I guess we're going to start seeing some the sides of our friends here, the characters that we've gotten to know that we probably really didn't want to see. I mean, we already know a little bit about Mion's family, and that I'm sure we'll dive into with the plot. But Rena, oh man, I'm starting to get very bad feelings from her, and I don't know what to think. I don't know anything about these characters, but I have seen like promotional stuff for Higurashi, both old and new, and it doesn't make me feel any better knowing what I have seen, but I never really considered anything a spoiler. I knew this game was going to be scary and you know, spooky and all that. That's what this series is known for. That's why I've never touched it until now. But it starts to worry me about these characters and everything. I don't know what to think about Rena, and I don't know what to think about everybody else, but as we continue on, I'm sure things will get more fleshed out, and hopefully we don't see that side of her ever again, or we don't see a similar side to anybody else ever as we continue forward. But yeah, that was fun. Alrighty, well, thank you all for watching this episode. Definitely let me know if my microphone peaked at any point. I was a little louder than normal there. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like, subscribe, all that fancy jazz, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hopefully less little scares there. I mean, I wouldn't really call them scares, other than, you know, being kind of jumpy and unexpected and totally like out of left field, but it got me regardless, twice. It got me twice. So this will be fun. This will be a fun ride. I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.